Hey everyone, welcome to Adventures in Everyday Cooking, where every day can be an adventure in your kitchen. My name is Heather, and today we're making garlic lime chicken. And you can do this in your crock pot or your Instant Pot or the oven. This is such a great versatile recipe. And Linda Taylor, you know who you are. You can also make it into a freezer meal. Yay! So anyway, this is a really quick and easy recipe. It should take you no time to throw together. And I'm going to show you how to get it together and get it into the freezer because this is for my pregnant mama. Yay! She's only a month until she goes on her leave. So I'm going to get it into the freezer for her, and I'm going to cook one up for us so I can show you what it looks like when it comes out. So are you ready for this adventure? Let's get started. What you're going to need is 6 to 8 chicken thighs or chicken breasts, 1 cup of soy sauce, half of a cup of lime juice, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 4 garlic cloves, 1 teaspoon of dry mustard, 1 teaspoon of ground pepper, and 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. All right, for those of us putting it in our freezer and those of us who have a vacuum sealer, let's go ahead and get our bag ready. Now, this is a very large meal. It's gonna feed up to 6 people. So I'm gonna need a very large bag. I have my chicken that was vacuum sealed a few weeks ago right here. I could reuse the bags if I was only making half recipes, but there's just not enough bag there, so it's a little bit wasteful, but what are you gonna do? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and seal my bag using my handle right down here. This is the Vacuum Sealer 5500. I absolutely love this model. It's been with me now for well over a year, and I have had no problems with it whatsoever. So then once it's sealed, I'm just gonna pull out as much bag as I think, and I'm gonna assume that I need quite a bit of bag. And then I'm just gonna cut it off, and there we go. Oh, before I get it dirty, let's label it. So I'm just gonna label it with basic instructions. Okay, so there we go. I also print out the recipe for her and stick it in a page protector and give it to her with her recipe. That way, when she gets to the actual time that she needs to cook all of these, anybody can do it. And I'll actually give her the 3-ring clip right here so that she can have all of her recipes right at a glance and she can store anywhere she wants. So first thing I'm gonna do is roll down my bag so that I don't get the top gunky. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all of my chicken thighs into this bag. And this is 8 chicken thighs. This is boneless, skinless. Oh my. Okay, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. These are boneless, skinless, and you can use bone-in skinless thighs and breasts, but you will have to adjust your cook time in the pressure cooker, but you do not have to adjust it in your slow cooker. So let me take care of that error. I was hoping not to touch the chicken at all so I wouldn't have to sanitize anything, but joke's on me, right? Those are some huge thighs. All right, and once the chicken is in the bag, we're gonna add our soy sauce, our Worcestershire sauce. You like the way I say that? I practiced. Lime juice, and dang you guys, that is a lot of lime juice, but trust me on this, you're gonna need it. This is so good. Our cloves of garlic that we have minced or pressed, whichever one. If you're a Pampered Chef person, press your garlic in there. If you're not, just get your cloves of garlic in there, kind of chopped up. All of our seasonings, so we have the pepper and the mustard, and then our cornstarch. So before I add the cornstarch, I'm actually going to pick this up and give it a little mixy mix because when you put the cornstarch in there, it kind of sticks to everything, and it's there to stick to everything. But I kind of want to get that mustard kind of in there first before I put the cornstarch in there. Alternately, you could totally mix the sauce in a bowl first before you put it in, but I don't like dirtying up extra things. I'm already dirtying up containers for the mise en place, so one less bowl to clean up, definitely A+. All right, so now we're gonna put in the cornstarch. Okay, now we're gonna do that again. Seal the bag so it doesn't get everywhere. And mix it all around really well. And it should look about like that. So we're all ready to go. We're gonna put it in our food sealer here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bring the bag down right to that gray channel. I'm gonna shut my machine so it locks it right in there. And I'm gonna switch it to moist, and that's going to prevent all of that juice from sucking its way out of there. Then I'm gonna press down, press both sides, and ta-da, all done. Now it's gonna let it go, and it's gonna seal it. And it's gonna seal it. All right, now, because it was a liquid, we have all of this kind of leftover junk, which now whatever. We're gonna wipe that off. And since that contained raw juice, we are going to take our channel out and get it sanitized, because definitely juice made it into the channel. That's what it's there for. But yeah, our freezer meal is all ready to go. Now, before I cut to the cooking of it, you can freeze this flat so that whenever it comes out, you can break it up and get it into your pot of choice, or you can freeze it inside the pot of your Instant Pot. Let me show you. If you've got the freezer room, you can definitely just drop your meal right into the pot of your Instant Pot and then get it frozen. That way, whenever you take it out and you put it in frozen, it fits in the pot just fine. I did not have the freezer room to do it whenever I did this meal for the freezer for us today, but this is a great hack, especially for soups that you can put in the freezer. So remember that hack. Okay, let me just clean up real quick and then we'll cook this. Okay, now it's time to pick your vessel. So if you're using a slow cooker, go ahead and get that in to your slow cooker for 8 hours or 4 hours on high or low. Did you know that your pressure cooker also has a slow cook function? Let me show you. Okay, for the multi-cooker, you are gonna move your dial to slow cook. And if you're gonna use 8 on low, it's already set for you. So now you just click through those settings and see, so 8 minutes low, go to the delay. We don't want it to delay any. Do we want it to keep warm? Sure, we'll keep it warm for 2 minutes. Now we're just gonna hold it down and it's gonna start. If you want to cook it on high, we're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna dial it to slow cook. We're going to push it once, and then we're actually going to push it again until we get high. Now we're gonna dial our temperature to 4. Yes, low is still, looks like it's selected, but it's not. So get it to the 4 hours, push your button again. So now you have 4 hours on high, and now we're delay, no, keep warm, 2 hours, sure. We're gonna hold down, and now we're started on high. For the pressure cook setting, we are gonna go up to custom. We're gonna hit the middle button. We're gonna dial it down to 9 minutes for frozen or 7 minutes for defrosted. Hold in the button and then it's going to run. For the Instant Pot, it is very similar to the quick cooker. You're gonna find your slow cook setting on your Instant Pot or whatever pressure cooker you're using. Push your slow cook. Now here we have it on normal or more. We're gonna actually hit this several times to see what's in here. So less means it's practically only a warm setting. Normal is the low setting. More is the high setting. So we're gonna go to the normal and then we're gonna make our time down to 8 hours and then it's ready to go. If we wanted it on high, we would make it down to 4 hours and then we'll let it go. And the keep warm is selected. Now, if you wanted to pressure cook, we're just gonna click the pressure cook button right here. We're gonna move the pressure cooker all the way up to 9 for frozen and 7 for defrosted. So, and I have pitted these machines up against each other and they are identical in their cook styles. So it doesn't matter which one you use if you have them both. Just use one and you'll be great. We are gonna use the pressure cook function though, because I wanna show you how it cooks from frozen. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the multi-cooker from Pampered Chef. All right, and here we have a half portion of that frozen meal. I made this earlier this week so that I could share this video with you and show you the cook later. But there's not as many people in my house as in her house, so I didn't need quite as much. So this is about a half portion. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut it out of the bag because it's frozen. It should start to defrost pretty quickly as I start to cut, and the plastic, the bag will come right off. And you'll notice I did not freeze it lying flat. I knew that I would be putting it into the Instant Pot, so I kind of froze it like I was putting it in a bowl, but I just didn't have the room in my freezer to put the whole Instant Pot pot. So that's it. That's all we're gonna do. Now we're gonna get 1/4 of a cup of water inside here just to help it come to pressure. All right, 1/4 of a cup of water is going in, and now we are gonna set the pot exactly like I showed you before. All right, so now we're just gonna wait until that's done, and I'll be back to show you the results. It's gonna be fantastic. See you soon. All right, the time is up. Let's go ahead and release the pressure by pushing this button. If you are using an Instant Pot, you would definitely just switch your knob at the front and release all remaining pressure. And once the pressure has come down, we're gonna remove the lid and taste our delicious chicken. Look at how beautiful. All right, so I'm just gonna take a piece out for now and show you, actually maybe I'll just take them all out so that you can see how beautiful they look after being in the Instant Pot for just 9 minutes. Look at how beautiful. Now this is definitely a rice type of meal, so definitely make yourself some rice and serve it over rice. I did not because I'm trying to be good, but I will taste it for you and tell you how delicious it is. I mean, I already know, but here we go. So garlic lime chicken is one of those flavors that you go, huh, I don't think I've ever eaten that before. It's so good. The lime in it gives it that acidic kind of tangy flavor, yet the chicken is so moist and it is so delicious. It is a keeper. It is a very easy weeknight meal, and it is shreddable, so you can like put it on like barbacoa. You can use it for tacos. That would be good. I've never used it for tacos. Usually I just make it and serve it with some bacon wrapped asparagus. Oh, you know what? I have the ingredients for bacon wrapped asparagus, so I might have to do that. Make it together. It's so good. It's so, like, I can't even explain what the flavor is. It's garlic lime chicken. Obviously, that's the name of it. And all this sauce, it's your sauce. So make sure you save that and put it on your rice. Or if you're making tacos, put it, like drizzle it in your tacos. You can have this with potatoes or noodles or anything. It is so darn good. I'm just gonna sit here and eat it because it is my lunchtime, believe it or not. I love this recipe. It's a good, good recipe, you guys. Oh, so good. All right, I won't eat any more in front of you because that's mean, but I wish you could taste it and I hope that you will try it. It was so easy, right? Just a few ingredients, throw it into your Instant Pot or your slow cooker, and then you have a delicious meal with just a little amount of effort. All right, you guys, well, if you enjoyed that video, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I do videos several times a week, and I'm always looking for the next adventure, and I think I'm gonna do a bacon wrapped asparagus next because I've got everything here and I've got some time. And while I might not be able to eat it warm with this, I'm gonna eat it and it's gonna be delicious. But if you have any ideas for me, leave it in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next adventure. Bye.